Good day, YouTube. It's the 10th of June. It's Sunday, 2018. We're back inside the 1967 Boyertown Stepvan. I'll show you a little bit of progress that has occurred and what still needs to be done. I have cupped this in here. This is a combination switch you get off of eBay. It'll give me two good ports for USB charging. It has a cigarette lighter plug right there, a voltmeter so I can keep an eye on my, call it sacrificial battery or house battery, because I'll be running for 2, 3, 4 hour shows just on the battery and inverter. And then this is just a switch I thought I would use for an accent light that I'm probably going to wrap around or attach to this cabinet. The other thing I have is these lights that they're LEDs that will shine down onto the mixer board. I need to run a hot wire over to them because I don't want to attach them to this switch leg lighting circuit because I need these to work when these are not. Real quick, battery is below the floor, although you can see it from here because I haven't built a panel to cover it, or I haven't built the floor section, if you will, to cover that battery. That is an 8D battery. Yeah, I don't think you buy them for automotive applications anyway any bigger than that. I have used those in work and in play for many years. They're huge, but I have access to them, let's just say. I set the rack up to hold 4 Group 27 deep cycle batteries when I built it. But for right now, I'm running one 8D battery, and I'm just trying to see how long it will last running sound equipment. And right now, it's significant. It's like 8 hours or so, running just one amplifier, the computer, the mixer, and miscellaneous lighting and so forth, which is great. I have a 1800 watt inverter right now that is good for 3600 watt surge, and I have been using this Carver amplifier just running 4 studio monitor speakers, if I get out of the glare, that I have installed in the Stepvan. Obviously these lights are on a dimmer. We can turn them down so they're not so glary. Monitor speaker here, and the other one back here. So a lot of progress has been made. I finally have mounted this seat and so forth. I still have a punch list of 100 items probably to do, but today what I thought I would do is continue with the accent lighting, which has arrived. So if I turn these down far enough, yeah, you just can't see them. It's going to be hard to look at lights with camera. So these boards is what I designed to hold my lighting, and they hinge off of the ceiling up here so that I can run wiring through the corners of this truck anytime I want to, because it's going to evolve and change and stuff over time. This one here, I've just got like a screw at the end and something to keep it from scratching the wood, holding this one up, or it would be hanging straight down like this one is. The reason I pulled this one down is because I've wanted to put accent lighting on the bottom side. So on the bottom side of this board, shining at an angle towards the wall, so you can't look directly at it, I wanted to put ultraviolet strip LEDs, and they have arrived. They're not quite the color purple I was hoping for, but we'll run with them. They're here and we'll go with them. I'm hoping that the two-sided adhesive that is on them is sufficient enough to attach them. I have put urethane all sides of this board, so it's got a nice surface to attach to. It should be okay. So I'll show you the lights that I have purchased. Back in the shop here. I think this was an Amazon purchase. I have them hooked up to a battery charger, turn them on. Nope, turn them on that way. So that's the purple color. Again, I was hoping for a little more blue. And I will hook them up to a dimmer. So there they are at 6 volt. There they are at 12. But the point is to have a nice accent light without it being real bright in there. And kind of give it something that shows well through the windows when you're outside the vehicle looking in. So without further discussion, I'll shut the camera off. We'll get set up to start just attaching these LED strips to the underside of one of those boards. This is a 15-meter roll, which will come 3 to 4 feet short of 20 feet, which would make it around 16 feet. That board is 12. So it should be about 4 foot left over, and there's typically notes on the back front side somewhere where these can be cut. And we'll figure that out as we go, where the safe place is to cut these and make them still functional. And then the piece that's left over, 4 foot or so, I will like to use for accent lighting on that cabinet that I showed you, hooked up to that other switch, just to give me a little bit of accent light in case I don't want interior lights on while I'm doing stuff, but I just need a little bit of light to see what I'm doing. That's the idea. Alright, so I stretched the LED strip all the way out, taking it completely off of its roll, and kind of tied it up right there. So it's adhesive side up, and we're just going to try and stick it on there and see how it goes. I think I'm going to hold it out to the face of the board because this is going to kind of mush up against the carpeted wall, and that'll give it just a little bit of air gap. So should be good. The angle should be okay. That's the whole idea, is you're not looking directly at the LEDs, and it becomes more of an accent than anything. Okay, well, first we got to get the backing off that leaves the adhesive. It's not cooperating all of a sudden. Oh boy. Best laid plans. At least I got a little finger now. There we go. Now we can begin. I think the thing to do is to run these LEDs till they warm up a little bit and come back and push them into place again so that the adhesive really bites. It's not a hot day today. It's 10th of June, but it was raining today, and it's probably 50 degrees outside. So it's maybe 55 in here or something. Push them firmly, get the air out. No surprises, going okay. So the last time I pulled this kind of tight and then used my finger to gauge the side of that board and then came back and did this a couple feet at a time, 15, 20 inches, something like that. Yeah, it's lining up real nice on the edge of the board that way. Peel back another couple feet. Grab it up, pull it tight. Get her stuck. All right. It's going smoothly. Couple feet to go. And then we'll finish up this end. And it's clear as to where these need to be cut. I'll show you here in a second. Right off to the edge here. And then you can see actually on both sides, where's my wire strippers? There we go. My cutters. These are very nice, by the way. These are Greenlee. These are stainless steel. They have a really good cutter or good stripper. You get a little pliers out on the end. You can also cut 632 and 832 screws and crimp lugs with these. They're about $20 at the electrical wholesale house. You might be able to get them at a Home Depot. I haven't looked. So on the back side, have I got enough light? Yeah, you see those copper deals there? That's for a splice or an entrance fitting. You can cut them at any of those locations. That's where it's designed to, you can solder wires to them. You can put a connector or a coupler on them and continue. So those are the approved places to cut them. So back in the stand you go. I'm going to cut that, and then I'll hook up a power source to them and see what they look like. Be right back. All right, we've got them installed. Should we check them out? Okay, lights going off. And ready in 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to put a dimmer on these, but for now I just hook it up to a battery charger. But that's the look we're hunting for. I'm way more happier with the color now that they're installed, shining against that blue-gray carpet. That's a really nice accent. We'll get the other set on the other side installed, and then we'll get them wired up. I hope the self-adhesive sticks, I was going to leave them on, let them be warm, and kind of just keep pushing them against the board there a little bit. But it's a good look. I don't know what it looks like on film, but it looks real good in person, real clean. Nice color, nice and straight. Pretty happy. So, those things are not expensive. Gosh, I always forget what, because I've had this for weeks now, but my guess is that in the 2 rolls cost me in the $20, $30 range. Let's just say 25 bucks, give or take. So they're not expensive, fun to play with. I cut a 4-foot piece off. Where's it at? It's over here in the dark. That I could use it on this cabinet over here, and I'll have another 4-footer off the other roll. So that'll give me a lot to play with on that cabinet, and we'll hook them all up to the same dimmer and go from there. So let's go lights on and see what it looks like with lights on. Oh, still good. The color's more, no, the color's good. It's a little more effect with the lights on than I thought it would be, but I like it a lot. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And comment, subscribe, hit the thumbs up button if you wouldn't mind. Share it with a friend. See you on the next one. Little bonus footage through the dirty windows. One thing I forgot to mention, I wiped down the underside of that board with some lacquer thinner to get any oils or fingers or whatever off of it, to give that adhesive every opportunity to stick. I'm still determining if it's going to stick or not, or if I have to pull it down and find like 3M adhesive, because that's, you know, that is what it came with, and it's not 3M. So it's a, we'll determine here in an hour or so if it's going to hang on, or if I need to pull it down and order up some better adhesive. The lights, however, are awesome. They look great, and I'll end this video here. Okay, that's not supposed to happen. Well, I let them run for a while, got warm, and they fell off. So, the tape that comes on many of these rolls of LED lights is not enough to hang them like that. So I've ordered some 3M tape, which you can get on eBay, about 10 bucks a roll. Ordered a couple 50-meter rolls. And my suggestion is either find these lights with 3M tape already on them, or order 3M tape with them and replace what it comes with 3M tape. Sad but true. I do like the lights. I hate the adhesive, but I know how to fix it. I won't put the other set on today. I'll wait for the tape to arrive, and we'll go from there. Thanks again.